Good day, guys. Being here. Today, let's create this little family, so adaptive family. So it's a shading structure. So and also you can change all the. So for example, change the height of at this point, which is I believe that's this one, and also you can change the height at the this point, and then also you can change the size of these two panel, and after that you can use this parameter to control so this point to come down until at 0, so to the whole family become vertical. So imagine that's a little that's a shade structure, so you can control it to open and close. Okay, so let's start. And this is the family. So as you can see, it's quite it's actually very simple. There's not much formula at all. So it's only we only use this one to control the open and close. Okay, so I'll just leave it here in case I forget how to model it again. So first, let's start from this adaptive family template. Okay, so we need to place 2 points, make them adaptive, and create a spline and make it a reference line. And then we need to place a point onto this line. And we're going to place a point onto this horizontal work plane of this point. Okay, and drag this up, and we need to place another one. Hang on. Let me think. Yeah, maybe we'll still use at this point. So when we create this family, so we know we can set the another. So this is let's call this H2, this H1. H1 with is where the lowest point of this family, and H2. Hang on, which one's H1? and this point will be the top point, so you know exactly where the highest point, the overall height is. Okay, so select this one. So let's just create a new parameter. So let's call it H1. Okay, and this one will be H2. Okay. H2. Okay, so and also the reason why we instead of, because we're going to drag this back onto this one, but the reason why we place onto this one instead of place directly onto the adaptive family is, I'm going to show you. Okay, so if we directly place this point onto the adaptive point, so you will see if I show the work plan of this point, and also I show the work plan of this, and so this is the difference, because this one will follow this adaptive point, and this one will follow this reference line. And when we create a parameter, when we create this family, we want those panels to be perpendicular to this reference line. So this is so that why we use this method, because we want to create stuff onto this vertical work plane. So this one. Okay, so let's delete this one. Now let me just, before I move this, copy this and pick onto this. So now we can just drag this to this end, drag it to this end. So it looks like we placed direct onto the adaptive point. Okay, so and then the next step is we need to create a circle reference line. Use draw on work plan, set work plan, pick this vertical work plan. Here, reference circle, draw on work plan, set work plan, pick vertical, and then that's a circle. Yes, you can. Sorry. And this is radius. so this radius controls the panels, the one of the panel, the length of one of the panels. Okay, so let's call it R1 instance, and another one will be up here, another circle. Oops, sorry. Create a radius again. Now, hang on, is it on the? No, it's not on the point. Just be careful. So reference, circle, draw work plan, set work plan, pick a work plan, and make sure you pick all. So because that's the reference line there, so that's why. So and another radius. So this one call it R2. An instance and okay. And yeah. So now because these two circles we have that one intersection point, we can place a point, use draw on face, add onto one of the circles, so for example this one, and then select this point and use host point by intersection, and pick the other circle. It goes the other direction, but that's fine. We can just rotate it. Okay, so and then we can select these 2 points. Actually, how? If we select this, so this one will be fully. Okay. Yeah. So actually, we can start to create this one, this panel. So this one and this one, I'll just leave it for now because we can create it, but it won't be adjustable. So we're going to use a point. So I'll explain this later, but let's just first create the other 2 circles on this side as well. Okay, so and okay, so this is R2, this is R1. Oh, why there's a radius? Yeah, oh, it's already there, sorry. R1, this one's R2. And once again, another point, intersection, not wrong side. Maybe we need to place it onto this circle and use intersection. Oh, it'll go that side. Maybe I need to maybe place it here. So let's have. I'm not quite sure. Oh, why this one's there? Try again. So place it onto this circle. Use intersection onto this circle. Okay, good. So now we can select this point and this point. Spline. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Control Z. This one and this one. And okay, so now we have these 2 reference lines. So this is a lower panel. So yeah, so when you create a form, so you have options. Just pick the one, create the flat surface. So now the top one. So I didn't do it straight from this point to this point because I want it to be adjustable. So to make it adjustable, so first I want to, I'll just do this. So ignore this. Do a screenshot of this. So what I want to do is, so this is H1, okay? And this is H2, right? H2. And this is R1. And this is R2. So what I want to do is, I want to, instead of have this point fixed onto this point, I want this point to be adjusted, can move this point. Okay, so so imagine this is a line, this is a track, and then when this point can come down to here, but because the R2 and R1 are fixed, So it can't be like this. It can't be this. It will be something like, I guess, something like this. It become this, okay? And then when this move go further down there, at some point, this panel R1 will go vertical, and R2 will become vertical too. So both of these panels become vertical at some point. Okay, so yeah, this one's actually a little bit tricky because the two panels are quite similar size. Maybe I should use this one too, not this one, but I'll try to explain. Okay, so imagine that. So let's just change the size of R1 and R2. So maybe I'll just change this R1 and R2 to make it easier to understand. Okay, so I'll make this 4 meter and make this 2 meters. See what happens. Apply. Oh, good. So now I will do another screenshot. So then this is R2, this is R1, and so this is H1, so and the overall is H2. Okay, so let's just leave it. And if I move this point down to, so down, I think roughly here, and this panel will go up to here. See this circle? So we'll go up to here, and so this panel will become vertical as well. It will become same. So from this point up to here. So this one will be the size of R2, and this from here to this point will be R1. Okay, so now we can work out what this offset need to be. Okay, what this one need to be. So from what we have here, so we know this is H2. If we use how can we get this? Sorry, this one's wrong. H2 is here. So H2 is here. H2 H2 minus, sorry, this is a little bit tricky. So R1 minus, okay, so R1 minus R2 equals this. So let's say X equals R1 minus R2, and H2, okay, so this one, Y equals H2 minus H1. So offset, so let's call it offset, equals Y minus X. So we know Y is this, X is this, and we can get this offset. Okay, so let's create a parameter. I'll just call it OFS, length, correct, instance, and OK. So here, so formula, so we just need this, so HY minus X, which is H2 minus H1. H2 minus H1, and what's the rest? R1 minus R2. So which means minus R1 plus R2. Okay, so so we just only have a parameter. We don't have anything in the model yet. So now we just need to, so from this point, so you can directly create a point to use the work plane of this point, and you can also you create a reference line and draw a point, use draw on face. Okay, so it's the same. Just place a point there, so make sure it's offset from this point. Change this to segment length, and if you offset to this, so this one will go to this point, which is the 0 point, which this panel will become vertical, both panel. And then if I select this point and hang on. Oh, hang on. I think, yeah, we have some issue here. So this circle needs to be on this point. So this way, this circle will come down, and then this point will adjust depending on this point. So, okay, so that's okay. We can try to select this circle and see if we can pick new world plan. Okay, so pick this point and MV, move the circle here, and move the circle down to this point. Okay, the same, select this. So we don't need to redo it. We can first change the world plan of this circle from this point to we don't have this point yet, so that's fine. So select these two, create a spline, make a reference line, draw a point, use draw on face, select this point, change the direction, so it starts from this point, change to section length, and apply this offset to it. So now we can select this circle and change the world plan, pick the world plan of this point, and then once again select this circle and V, move from that point to this point. So now, so you will see this panel become vertical, right? And then if I change our offset, so change, actually, this offset is the maximum. Okay, so the maximum or minimum, so it's a limit. It's a limit, and the other limit is 0. Okay, so it's this point instead of here, or this point, whatever. So what we need to do is we can't just use this one. We'll use a percentage. So yep. So I'll just create a number parameter. So I'll call it what do we call it? N, X. Let's call it X. And we need to use number, instance, and OK. So the the offset will control X. Okay, so this offset is still there, but we need to place it here. Oh, we need to, sorry, we still need this one, but I'll just bracket. Okay, and the time, we need a time number times number time X, and X, yeah, I think that's it. So X, we will need to use X to control this, right? So open. So now we can just go use number. So at 0, I think this is opposite, but it should work. If you type 0, it's 0 is maximum, and then when you type 1 and go vertical, and you can type any number between 1 and 0, it will go in between. Then we just need to connect this point and this point, create a spline, make a reference line, connect this point and this point, spline and reference line. And we can select this reference line and this reference line. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Create a form and pick the one on the right. So now these are two panels. So once I think this is it. So we can let's have a test. Okay, so create a new project. and load this into the project. And I'll just place it randomly, just place it here. Let's have a look in 3D view. So this is it. So now we have these options. So R1 is this panel. Oh, yeah, is that right? R1 this panel, R2 this, R1 this panel. So 4 meter. Maybe make it 3 meter. Yeah, so that's better. So this is 2 meter, that's a 3 meter. And also height H1 is the height from floor, and H2 is the overall height at this point. So we can, if we want to make it higher, so you can just type in different number, so 5 meter at this point. So this, and we can still use this X number. So if it becomes 0, oh, actually, sorry, 5 meters here. Okay, so at this point is 5 meter, and then change this to 1, and the whole thing. So the point will come down, and then until both panel become vertical. Try again. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, and 0.9. Yeah, and 1 go up. And if you want, yeah, maybe you think 0 should be vertical, so you can do it in here. So maybe instead of times x, we can just use times 1 minus x. I think this should work. Load this back. Go to 3D view. So now when it's 1, it's open. When 0, it's closed. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, this is it. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll upload this family for you, so if you can have a play. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.